All right, man. Let's talk about Jalen Rose. He had the golf tournament or whatever going on. Shout out to him. So he spoke on Detroit Pistons again. He said all the Detroit Pistons do is need to get healthy. We've seen the Lions pretty much take that approach this offseason. Let's talk about it. Check out Detroit Pistons to our playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I think they need to do more to get healthy. I think there's some shuffling, and obviously with health becomes with development as well too. I believe he's speaking on. And they can go that route, but I think when there's room for improvement and their opportunity for improvement, and what I mean by opportunity, there's guys going to be available to be guys. I think the Milwaukee Bucks is going to tear it down. I don't think Boston is going to tear it down, but they could. But there's opportunity. Bobby Portis, Brook Lopez, Giannis Antetokounmpo. You know what I'm saying? You have guys that may be available: Zion Williamson, Naz Reid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can go on and on and on with some of these guys. So there are space for singles and doubles, and sometimes singles and doubles get it done. You know, especially when you can hit home runs in the draft like Cade Cunningham. So when you look at it, like we're legitimately could you get better at, obviously staying healthy. Beef Stew is having some knee injuries, whatever that situation may be. Hopefully he get that together. Could be something with the hip mobility, and he get his body aligned right. Jaden Ivey, you hope that he learns to, harness his speed coming off the leg injury. Might be exactly what he needed. Right now, what they're really training these guys to do is really, be aggressive with the basketball, get to the rack, or shoot a three. Really, pretty much shoot threes. But if he can get inside the arc and hit those mid-range jumpers and hit that floater and learn to finish finish at the rim without turning the ball over, I think things would be a lot different for him. You know what I'm saying? So, really, that's what you're banking on. Asar Thompson and Ron Holland shooting the ball better. Obviously Jalen Duren got an extension coming up. So you have some questions to be answered there. So yes, they can return healthy next year and probably still be a great basketball team. Bring Schroeder back, be Tobias back, bring Malik back. Don't know about Tim Hardaway Jr. Would like to have him back. But when you have opportunities to, clean some of that slate, got some cash. I could bring a Nas or a Bobby Portis in. I could bring a big fella that can stretch and shoot the floor. Or if I can go get a star out there that usually not available, John Moran. It's a lot of guys out there that could be available, and I can get those guys because guess what? I've drafted for so many years. So I have a plethora of young talent from Cade Cunningham, Dasar Thompson, and Jaden Ivey, to Marcus Sasser, to Ron Hollins, to Jalen Duren. I mean, we didn't see the Bobby Killerman guy from last year. I don't know much about him. A lot of y'all like him. So when you have so much young talent, guess what? I can sacrifice the future a little bit. You don't want to sacrifice it a little bit too much because you can't pay and keep everybody. You're going to need to recycle some guys out via trade. If you're going to make a trade, you're going to lose some of these guys. Free agency, you may lose some of these guys, but if I get an opportunity to bring a Naz Reid in, or I get an opportunity to bring a Zion Williamson, not saying I would, or Kevin Durant or some of these other guys in, you have to at least, knock on the door and see what it would take to get some guys here to get you to the next level. Yes, you can trust the process. Yes, we heard Mike Valenti say they should go make a move, and this, so be it, but it's still going to hinge on the fact that some of these guys developing. you know. So you don't want to break up that chemistry too much, but you want to add pieces that's going to fit to it. But if they remain healthy and see what they can do next year and bring a lot of guys back, yeah, the continuity, the camaraderie there, and then you just cross your fingers and think you remain healthy. But even I feel like championship caliber teams, they have to be able to make that improvement to take that next step to the next level. Even if they won a championship, you can't just rest on your morals because you're going to lose guys. Or if you keep everybody, you still have to improve. Houston won that championship. Their first championship, they turned around and brought in Clyde Drexler. Just because you're the champions don't mean you're gonna be the champions next year. So you have to continue to improve. Miami, you know what I'm saying? They went through ups and downs, and they still added a guy like Ray Allen in the LeBron era. So even when you're a champion, even when you're the champion, you still gotta add guys to the pot. So for the Pistons next year, look at the weaknesses. Need a big fella that can shoot. You need another scoring option. Those are two biggest needs. A guy that can just get it and score. And Jaden Ivey, guess what? He can get it and score. But if I can upgrade that position, I love Jay Knight. I can add, a guy like that, a Trey Young or something like that. Why not? Why not? So the East is open because even if the Knicks go on to win it, they run their players into the ground. Boston, Jalen Brown also was injured too. So next year they'll be without Tatum. Cleveland, I mean, nobody's scared of Cleveland with that small ass backcourt. It was another team I was thinking of that was out there who dealt with some. Oh, Milwaukee disbanded. Indiana is solid. But really the teams that's creeping on the come up is Detroit and Orlando. I've been saying it. Charlotte should be there, but they reckless and play with no discipline. And guess who's the leader in Charlotte of being reckless and playing with no discipline? You guessed it, LaMelo Ball. They take on his identity. Don't forget, he's going to be on the trade market. He has zero discipline on the basketball court. They take that man's identity. He needs to go somewhere where there's some structure. He would need a guy like Popovich, a guy like Tom Thibodeau. He needs somebody that's going to provide some structure. But yeah, they can rest on health and see what they can do. But at some point, you're going to need to add and subtract and make upgrades on this team. So it sounds good to remain healthy. And the thing about the NBA, upgrades ain't always there to be made. Additions ain't always there to be made. So don't think every year you're gonna have Paul George or you're gonna have Harden or some of these guys that's available that have been bouncing around the league in their prime, Westbrooks in their prime. That really don't happen. That really doesn't happen. So when you get guys that's available, that's special, I mean, you really have to inquire, especially if you see it as a fit. But other than splashes, you can find fits. Like I think Nas Reed is a great fit. I think Bobby Portis is a great fit. I think Brooke Lopez is a great fit. I know I'm in the minority probably with that one. Kelly Olynyk, I think exactly what they're looking for. Guys give 20 minutes a night. Him and Brooke Lopez can shoot it. Brooke Lopez provide a little bit more championship caliber, or a lot more championship caliber experience and a better rim defender. But, I just think that's what they missing. Somebody that can get a bucket. You can go on a small scale and say, hey, man, I like to see Cam Thomas in the Pistons jersey. You can go on a major scale and say, hey, man, what Trae Young got going on. So whatever that may be, maybe Zion Williamson, maybe, other guys like Kevin Durant, maybe some of these dudes that's around the way. We'll see. But when upgrades are there to be made, I feel like it's a disservice when you don't try to press play on it. So check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit the link in the description. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.